Edward does get anxious over very small things because very small things can make a big difference to him. There's been times when he's been close to death because of the Crohn's. If he didn't have the parenteral nutrition, he would end up starving to death or dying of dehydration. And that's the short end of it.
Yeah.
People on parenteral nutrition get nearly all their fluids through their veins. They don't take anything through their mouth. And they often get a prescription for that, which is a set amount per day. So if you imagine it's a very hot day or they have an illness of some kind, they can very quickly become dehydrated. They simply can't increase the amount of fluid they intake like most of us can do by drinking more. And they sometimes lose the ability to have thirst because they're so chronically thirsty. So they don't even notice they're getting dehydrated. It's one of the most serious conditions associated with people on intravenous nutrition and can result in people dying. The whole process can take 1 or 2 days. When people are quite unwell, this is quite a long time to wait.
It's a case of, oh, that much urine out, you know, what colour is it, you know? Okay, I think I'm okay. You know, so there's, you know, a slight guessing game that I'm playing at the moment.
One of us came up with an idea, a eureka moment really, of thinking about swimming pools. When people use swimming pools, they want to monitor how much chlorine they have in them. And actually, chlorine you have in swimming pools is the same chemicals you have in urine, salt. How much salt people have in their urine is a really good marker of dehydration. And actually, when we did the research, we found out that people had done this 20 or 30 years ago and had an idea about using this in a slightly different context, which was really helpful. What we're doing with this Quantap stick is we're repurposing an old technology and giving it a new lease of life. Actually, there's not much salt in that stick, so they may be a bit dehydrated. The stick is performing really, really accurately. It's a lot cheaper than doing it in the conventional way. And we can get the result within 20 minutes, not waiting 2 or 3 days. If you can say to someone, actually you do need to come on your dehydration, you could save them becoming very unwell and you can really improve their outcomes. What we aim to do is to diagnose this quicker, and that's what we think will save money and time.
I'm getting out, it's like my weekly sort of adventure. At home, which I'm totally independent with my care, the more devices I have, it just gives me peace of mind.
Enjoy that.
I certainly will.
It gives him the control over his situation, which he really likes and needs.
What we're really happy about is having a great set of involved patients who are really keen to try out this new technology and try and get some data out to show that this is effective. And if it is, there's no reason we can't extend it to a much bigger population.